Chosen ones, what if everything you've been feeling has been preparing you for this exact moment? Understanding fear in the life of a chosen one. Chosen ones, you are not strangers to fear. In fact, fear may have been a consistent companion throughout your life, whispering doubts, instilling hesitation, and at times, immobilizing you completely. But why does fear seem so persistent in your journey? The truth lies in the very essence of who you are. As a chosen one, you are a being of light, a spiritual warrior sent to bring healing, wisdom, and transformation to a world that often resists change. Your purpose is profound, but with that purpose comes opposition. Fear is the shadow force that seeks to keep you from fully stepping into your divine role. Why fear targets chosen ones? Fear has a simple goal: to keep you small, to keep you doubting yourself, questioning your abilities, and procrastinating on the actions that would lead to your spiritual ascension. It knows your power, perhaps even better than you do, and it fears your awakening. But let's break this down even further. Fear is not just a random emotion. It's often rooted in past pain, traumas, or societal programming. Maybe you grew up feeling misunderstood, ostracized, or burdened by expectations that didn't align with your true self. These experiences planted seeds of fear: fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of your own power. And yet, these fears are precisely what you were chosen to overcome. Each fear is like a locked door, and behind that door lies a deeper understanding of your strength and purpose. The very presence of fear is proof that you are on the verge of something significant. The spiritual perspective on fear. From a spiritual perspective, fear is an illusion. It is not a tangible force. It's a construct of the mind, fueled by the ego's need to protect itself. The ego fears change because it thrives in the familiar. But as a chosen one, you are not here to live a life of comfort or familiarity. You are here to expand, to evolve, and to push beyond the boundaries of what you thought was possible. Think about this. Every great spiritual leader, healer, or visionary faced immense fear before stepping into their calling. Fear is not a sign that you're on the wrong path. It's a sign that you're stepping into new territory. It's the resistance you feel before a breakthrough. Recognizing fear's patterns in your life. Take a moment to reflect on how fear has shown up in your life. Has it disguised itself as self-doubt? Perhaps it's been the voice that says, "You're not ready yet," or "What if you fail?" Maybe it's manifested as external criticism, where others project their fears onto you. Whatever form it takes, your ability to recognize fear is the first step in dismantling its power. Write this down. Fear cannot control what I consciously acknowledge. When you shine the light of awareness on fear, it begins to lose its grip. Let's try a quick exercise. Close your eyes and visualize a moment when fear held you back. Now, imagine yourself in that same moment, but instead of retreating, you take a bold step forward. How does that feel? What changes in your body, your energy, your perspective? This exercise is a reminder that fear is not a stop sign. It's merely a signal that you are stepping into new territory. Overcoming fear through God's power. Now, here's the key. You don't have to face fear alone. God is with you every step of the way, providing you with His strength, courage, and guidance. Fear loses its power when you surrender it to God and trust in His plan for your life. Repeat this affirmation: God has not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. With God, fear is powerless. Let's talk about why fearlessness is essential today. The world is in a state of transformation. Everywhere you look, there is upheaval, change, and uncertainty. But within this chaos lies an extraordinary opportunity, a chance for humanity to ascend to a higher level of consciousness. And chosen ones, you are at the forefront of this shift. The energetic shifts, and your role, God, is moving in powerful ways, both in your life and in the world around you. You may have noticed your intuition growing stronger, your emotions becoming more intense, or your dreams carrying profound messages. These are signs that God is preparing you for the next phase of your journey. But with these shifts come challenges. Fear is one of them. As the world awakens to God's truth, fear often rises to the surface, both individually and collectively. You may feel this fear within yourself, or you may sense it in the world around you. This is why fearlessness is essential. You are not here to be swept away by the tides of fear. You are here to anchor the energy of faith, courage, and divine purpose. Fearlessness as a contagious force. Fearlessness is not just for you. It's for everyone you touch. When you choose to act fearlessly, you send out a signal to others that it's possible to do the same. Your courage becomes a beacon, inspiring others to step into their own power and align with God's plan for their lives. Think about this. Every great movement in history started with a few fearless individuals. They were the ones who said, "I may be afraid, but I will act anyway." That same spirit lives within you because it was placed there by God. The current moment, why fearlessness is needed now, more than ever. The world is at a critical juncture. Systems are breaking down, old paradigms are crumbling, and humanity is being asked to rise to a new level of consciousness. But fear can block this process. It can keep people clinging to the familiar, even when the familiar no longer serves them. As a chosen one, your role is to lead the way, to show others that it is safe to let go of fear and embrace the unknown. You are here to model what it means to live in alignment with truth, love, and God's higher purpose for humanity. Here are some practical actions to anchor fearlessness. Today, let's take this concept from the theoretical to the practical. How can you embody fearlessness in your daily life? Here are a few ideas. 1. Speak your truth. Whether it's sharing your spiritual beliefs, setting boundaries, or expressing your emotions, speaking your truth is an act of fearlessness. It shows God that you value authenticity over approval. 2. Take small, bold actions. Fearlessness doesn't have to be dramatic. It can be as simple as signing up for a course you've been afraid to take, reaching out to someone you admire, or starting a new daily habit. Each bold action builds momentum. 3. Hold space for others. As a chosen one, your energy is powerful. When you hold space for others, listening without judgment, offering encouragement, or simply being present, you help them release their fears. Your calm presence is a gift. Let's reframe the role of fear through God. To close this chapter, let's reframe fear itself. Fear is not your enemy. It is a teacher. It shows you where you have room to grow, where you need healing, and where you are being called to expand. The next time you feel fear, don't run from it. Sit with it. Ask it what it's trying to teach you. Then surrender it to God. Pray, "Lord, I give you my fears. Lead me, guide me, and strengthen me to walk boldly in your will." Fearlessness is not a trait that you either have or don't have. It's a skill that can be developed through practice, intention, and consistency. Cultivating fearlessness requires you to confront your fears, transform limiting beliefs, and consistently take inspired action, even in the face of fear. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes to step into the unknown without hesitation. Here are practical steps you can take right now to begin cultivating fearlessness in your life. Step 1. Strengthen your connection to God. Fear thrives in the absence of spiritual connection. When we are disconnected from the divine, we feel vulnerable, uncertain, and unsure of our path. But when we strengthen our connection to God or the universe, we tap into an infinite source of strength, guidance, and support. Begin each day with a practice of grounding yourself in divine presence. This could be through meditation, prayer, or simply sitting in silence and tuning in to the energy of Source. Allow yourself to feel the divine light surrounding you, protecting you, and guiding you. This connection will be your anchor when fear arises. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools to strengthen this connection. By quieting your mind, you open the channel to receive guidance from the universe. If you struggle with meditation, try visualization techniques where you imagine yourself surrounded by a golden light of protection and love. As you grow in this practice, fear will lose its hold on you because you will know, without a doubt, that you are divinely supported in every moment. Fear cannot exist where there is unwavering faith in Source. Step 2. Reprogram limiting beliefs about fear. Much of our fear comes from deeply ingrained beliefs that were instilled in us during childhood or through societal conditioning. These beliefs can manifest as thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," "I'm not worthy of success," or "I'll fail if I try." The first step to overcoming these beliefs is to become aware of them. Notice when fear arises in your life and trace it back to the beliefs that fuel it. Journaling can be a powerful tool for uncovering these beliefs. Write down your thoughts and pay attention to the patterns that emerge. Once you identify limiting beliefs, the next step is to consciously reprogram them. Replace thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," with affirmations such as, "I am worthy of all the abundance the universe has to offer." Challenge the belief with the truth that fear is simply an illusion, and your higher self is always guiding you toward growth and expansion. Remember, fear is only a belief system that can be unlearned. By choosing to see fear as an opportunity to evolve, you start to rewrite the script in your favor. Step 3. Take inspired action. Fear will always be present when stepping into new experiences, but it should never hold you back. The key to overcoming fear is taking inspired action, even when doubt arises. Fear often manifests as resistance or hesitation, but the universe always sends us signs and inspirations that align with our true purpose. Trust that these nudges are divinely inspired and take action even if you don't have the full picture. The act of moving forward, regardless of how you feel, is a powerful way to break through fear. Start small if you need to. Take one step and then another. As you continue to take action, you'll notice that fear doesn't have as much power over you. With each step, you create momentum and build confidence. The universe is always there to support you, guiding you through each challenge. As you align with your higher self and trust the process, you will become more and more fearless. Let's talk about the power of faith and trust. Fear often thrives in the absence of faith. When we lack trust in the divine plan, we become vulnerable to uncertainty, doubt, and worry. In these moments, Fear steps in as a powerful force that keeps us paralyzed, doubting ourselves and the world around us. But faith is the antidote to fear, and it has the power to dissolve even the most stubborn anxieties. Faith is a sacred trust in the universe's plan. Faith isn't about blind hope or naive optimism. It is the deep knowing that the universe has a plan for you, one that is unfolding perfectly, even when you cannot see the full picture. It is an unwavering trust that no matter what obstacles arise, everything is happening for your highest good. Faith is rooted in the belief that Source, God, the universe, or whatever term resonates with you, is always guiding you, supporting you, and working for you, even when things appear difficult or chaotic. It's about surrendering control and allowing yourself to be led by a higher wisdom. The more you trust in this divine plan, the less room there is for fear to take hold. Faith involves letting go of the need to know everything. It requires you to lean into uncertainty with the assurance that the universe has everything under control. When you trust that the divine is orchestrating every detail of your life, fear has no power over you. You may not always understand why things are happening the way they are, but faith gives you the strength to stay grounded in the knowledge that it's all part of your growth. Let's talk about the healing power of surrender. One of the most powerful acts of faith is surrender. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up. It means releasing the need to control the outcome of every situation. When you surrender, you open yourself up to the wisdom of the universe, allowing divine energy to flow freely through you. Surrender is a profound act of trust, a way of saying, I don't need to know how this is going to work out. I just know that it will. Consider the times in your life when you faced challenges or unexpected circumstances. Reflect on how, even when it seemed impossible to navigate, the universe eventually led you to a place of peace, clarity, and resolution. Perhaps you were even able to look back and see the lessons in those difficult moments. Surrendering to the divine plan can bring miraculous outcomes. When we stop resisting the flow of life, the universe steps in to deliver what we need, sometimes in ways we could never have predicted. The more you practice surrendering, the more you invite divine grace into your life, allowing fear to melt away. What does building trust through faith look like? Trust, like any relationship, needs to be nurtured and built over time. If you're just beginning to step into a space of deeper faith, start with small acts of trust. Trust that the next step will reveal itself when it's time. Trust that the universe will show you the way, even if you can't see the entire road ahead. Faith is strengthened through action. As you take steps forward, despite uncertainty, you build a track record of trust with Source. Reflect on past moments when you trusted the process and how that faith ultimately served you. Use these experiences as a reminder that trust in the divine plan always leads to your highest good. Even in moments of fear, you can remind yourself that faith will always dissolve doubt. The more you lean into faith, the more fear loses its hold over you. Let's talk about reframing fear for growth. Fear is often misunderstood as a destructive force, something to avoid at all costs. But what if we shifted our perspective and saw fear not as an enemy, but as a powerful catalyst for growth? Fear is a teacher, showing us where we need to evolve and helping us step into the next level of our consciousness. Fear reveals the path to your power. Fear is a signpost. When fear arises, it's telling you that there is something important on the other side, something you're being called to experience, to learn, or to integrate. Fear highlights where you are still holding back, where old beliefs or patterns are preventing you from stepping into your full potential. It's not something to fight against, but something to understand and use to propel you forward. Rather than running from fear, lean into it. Ask yourself, what is this fear trying to teach me? Fear often arises when we are on the cusp of major transformation. It signals that we are about to transcend old limitations and evolve into the next version of ourselves. By embracing fear as a teacher, we create space for growth and expansion. Think of the times in your life when you faced a fear and emerged stronger. Maybe it was a difficult conversation, a career change, or a leap into the unknown. Whatever the experience, fear likely played a significant role in your growth. You had to confront it, work through it, and ultimately rise above it. The reward? A deeper understanding of yourself and your own power. Fear is a guide to your higher self. When you lean into fear, it has the power to unlock hidden aspects of your higher self. Fear often points us toward the edges of our comfort zones, the places where growth happens. These are the places where our true potential lies, and where stepping into our fullest expression of self can be both challenging and deeply rewarding. Journaling can be a powerful tool in reframing fear. Write down your fears and reflect on what they're showing you. Ask questions like, why am I afraid of this? What would it mean if I stepped into this fear? When you examine fear closely, it often loses its power. The more you face your fears, the less hold they have over you. Remember, growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. Fear shows you where you are holding back, and it asks you to step beyond what is known and comfortable in order to expand into your highest potential. Let's talk about living as a fearless chosen one. Living as a fearless chosen one means stepping fully into your divine purpose without hesitation. As a chosen one, you are here to uplift, guide, and lead others through the spiritual evolution that is taking place. But this cannot happen if you allow fear to control your decisions, actions, and choices. Fearlessness transforms your life. When you begin to live fearlessly, you open yourself to a world of possibilities. Fearlessness impacts every area of your life, from your relationships to your career to your personal fulfillment. It allows you to make decisions based on what aligns with your higher self rather than what holds you back. Fearlessness empowers you to break free from the chains of doubt and limitation, stepping into a life that is rich with purpose, abundance, and joy. Fearlessness also brings clarity. When you are no longer paralyzed by fear, you begin to see more clearly the path that lies before you. Decisions become easier, opportunities more abundant, and synchronicities appear more often. Fearlessness opens the door to the divine flow, and when you step into that flow, everything seems to fall into place. Your fearlessness inspires others. As a chosen one, your fearlessness has the power to transform the lives of others. When you choose to stand strong in your truth and step into your power, others are inspired to do the same. Your courage is contagious, and your light shines so brightly that it helps others find their own path. Think about the people in your life who have inspired you. Perhaps they were people who faced their fears head-on, who walked through their challenges with grace and conviction. Their example was enough to inspire you to take action, to move beyond your own fears. You have that same power to inspire and lead by example. Fearlessness is not just about personal growth, it's about being a beacon of light for others. By choosing to live fearlessly, you invite others to rise with you, and together, you create a collective force of light that transforms the world. So how will you act, chosen one? Chosen ones, this is your time. The world needs your light, your courage, and your fearlessness more than ever. There is a powerful energy shifting on this planet, and it is calling you to step into your divine purpose. The universe is waiting for you to rise, to show the world what is possible when we step beyond fear and fully embrace our higher self. You are not chosen to shrink back or play small. You were chosen because you have the capacity to hold great light and to lead others into their own empowerment. Now is the time to step forward. The world is waiting for you to claim your courage, to release your fears, and to live out the purpose that you were meant to fulfill. Fearlessness is not about being without fear. It is about taking action despite fear. It is about trusting the divine plan, knowing that every step you take is divinely guided. Each time you choose fearlessness, you take a step closer to the life you were meant to live. Take one bold step today. Confront one fear, no matter how small, and watch how the universe responds. With each step forward, you will feel more aligned with your higher self, and your fearlessness will create a ripple effect in the world around you. The world is waiting for you. Step into your power, claim your courage, and become the fearless leader you were always meant to be. The universe has your back,